I want to hear about Ponzi schemes. I want to hear about a time you almost got caught in a scam, because our former coworker, this is still going on with her. She can't even talk about what happened.
That story's crazy.
She got scammed out of a ton of money in her company. Thankfully, the new company she's with is helping her out, but she got scammed over $1,000 out of $1,000. Jed, I don't really understand when you wrote this to me what the outcome was, and I'm concerned. So could you just explain the story to Ashley from the beginning, because she doesn't know, and for everyone else.
So my friend is trying to get me into this like clothing subscription thing where you sign up for it and you get 3 other people to sign up for it. You basically get a return from the company each month, but you yourself have to pay for it. So it's like you have to pay like $150 or $200 a month. And then you get 3 more people to pay $250 or $300 a month, and then it just didn't make it. Yeah, it didn't make
How much money do you get back?
I think you got a couple $100 back. So
could you make more money?
Yeah, the more people you get to sign up for it, the more money you make.
Dude, I'm a sucker for those things.
Did you fall for Verve back in the day?
What is Verve?
Verve is like
do you want to make me fall for it right now?
Yeah. So Verve is actually this really quality energy drink where if you buy our subscription plan, which is $100 a month, we'll give you enough supply for one a day, right? We'll give you a bunch of free stuff, right? But
you got what? But you keep saying right. I'm not following. Wrong.
We're giving you T-shirts. We're giving you stuff with our brand drinks, like energy capsules, the whole nine. But you have to pay the company $150 or whatever it is up front, or $200 up front, and then you have to get 3 more people to sign up for it.
Nah, see, I like the other one with the money.
But in order to make your money back, you have to continuously get people to sign up, and it's just like a little, I don't know, it's a snowball effect.
There's a scam going on I don't know if it's the Tampa Bay area or just Tampa, because I only saw one that specifically said Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these texts are going out, and it is saying from bosses. It's just texting people randomly, hoping that they have like a boss, and it goes, "Hey, new number, need you to get 8." The one that I read that was the real example. It was a screenshot that said Apple gift cards. I didn't even know that Apple had gift cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, Apple Pay gift cards. So it's essentially just cash. Mm-hmm. But I need you to get 8 of them. Put $100 on each of them. I'm gonna pay you back right away. But I'm in a Zoom meeting. Please get it. It either says it's the CEO of a company, a boss of a company. If you're in Tampa, you need to be aware of this. I saw this news article 2 days ago. Hey, I work with you. I need a client. A client needs these. Please, I need to get this. Can you send over the everything, and then we'll reimburse you after. I need this in 5 minutes.
And I can see how people would be, conned into doing that, because they're like, oh my gosh, this is the big boss. Like, of course I don't have his number, whatever.
Screw that. I wouldn't get caught on that one. You want to know why? Because I don't answer my phone quick enough. I go, 5 minutes already passed. Sorry.
And something similar like this happened within our company, where there were emails that were allegedly not from him, but were being sent to other employees that were pretending to be Bob Pittman, our CEO.
I love Bob Pittman.
And they were saying, hey, we need you to give Bob Pittman $200.
CEO of iHeartRadio.
Yeah, they were saying.
That's what the text said?
Yeah, does he? Because he starts all of his commercials off with that. Bob Pittman, I don't want to be led by anyone else. I mean that. The guy's the smartest guy in this industry.
I feel like it's easier to scam older people, too. Like, I know so many.
But you didn't answer the question. Did he start off the email with, "Hi, I'm Bob Pittman"?
I believe so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I would like that.
I mess with
But
that.
older people definitely get scammed easier.
I got a couple grandparents. They Nigeria's got some of my family money. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Which, by the way, they have buildings in 90. I saw this on 90 Day Fiance. They've got buildings where it's
dedicated.
just scammers.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
Like call centers, but they're like dedicated to just scamming.
Uh-huh. And they're like high-rise buildings. It's like, wait a second. This is literally dedicated to just scamming Americans.
Yeah.
But hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
The worst scam I saw was actually a company that was based out of either the Middle East or Africa. And they were telling these people, oh, we'll fix your viruses. Let us VPN into your computer. And they would steal like social security numbers. They would steal
That's why you can't
bank
put your
account
stuff
info.
on social like that. Since we're speaking of like scammers, I am so tired of people opening messages on Facebook and Instagram and falling for these scams, and then their page gets hacked, and then now I gotta unfollow them because they're trying to turn my $5,000 into $20,000 of Bitcoin.
Reggie.
It's like, come on.
Former intern Reggie. He got hacked.
So many people.
I don't even trust responding to his Instagram anymore.
Yeah.
Because I think he got it back.
But I don't
But
trust
he
it.
sent me like a DM like nothing happened for the last couple months.
Like,
So I'm like afraid to respond, and I miss him. But Reggie, that's on you. Yeah, straight Chris, you got scammed. At least you think you did. What happened?
Well, I don't know that I myself got scammed.
Oh, okay.
I was told that I should buy tens of thousands of DVD copies of Monkey Bone, you know, the Brendan Fraser classic from the early 2000s.
Yes.
So I did that, and now I'm just sitting on all these copies. And so what I think I'm going to start doing is hiring salesmen where they can buy Monkey Bone in bulk from me and then sell it for a profit for them.
Well, listen, if you're going to be able to do this, you got to be able to actually get people to agree and to say yes. So if you want, since Jed has been on the phone, he has no clue that this is something you're just starting. I can put him on, and maybe you could pitch it to him, and we can see if it works.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you. So straight Chris, he started a new business. It's actually doing really well if you want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, hey, I mean, you know, Jed, you're getting in on the ground floor. I appreciate you sitting down for this. And, you know, this is an opportunity that I'm not sure a lot of people would pass up. But yeah, it might not be for you. A lot of people, they don't want to make 6 digits a year. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're familiar with the smash hit film Monkey Bone. A lot of people, they want to own at least one, maybe 2 or 3 copies of Monkey Bone on DVD. And I'm going to set you up with the possible success of being able to sell multiple copies of Monkey Bone to families throughout the Tampa Bay and extended area. How's that sound? You on board? What can I get you? 100
He's
copies?
giving a thumbs up. He wants that. He wants 100 copies. So look at that. See, Chris, you can now make money off of this. So
boom.
I'm proud of you. And since you pitched it on the show, and if you get anyone buying Monkey Bone, I get a kickback. So, Caitlin, you got caught up on a pyramid scheme?
I did not, but my poor grandparents did.
Oh,
and
no.
I caught them, and it was a nightmare.
What happened?
We had to go file a police report and the whole 9.
Really? What was the scam?
They were selling some of their like old furniture on Craigslist, which, you know, a lot of people don't Craigslist nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And they got an offer that was like way above, like $1,000 over their asking price. And they got all excited about it. So these people mailed them a check, right? Told my grandmother, we're going to send a pickup truck, like a U-Haul truck, to come pick it up on this day. So they deposited this check, and come to find out that the check was actually fraud. So it came back. She got the money for like 2 days for the temporary hold, but then they took it back all out of her account and sent it back to this false account number. So she was then out like an extra $2,000.
Wait, how does that work? So, sorry to cut you off. I just have questions on this. So your grandparents, they are selling stuff on Craigslist. Someone contacts them. I want to buy it. They give them a check. They send the check to them. Now, your grandmother goes to the bank. She gives them the check, and the check is fraud. Now, I would think that then the bank would stop and go, bang, that money, we're not going to put that money in the bank.
They didn't. They didn't until like 3 days later.
So they put the money
access
in.
to all the money.
Yeah, and then they take the money out, but then they gave it to the people who frauded it. Wouldn't they go after the people who had the fraud number on it?
No, so that's what we had. So then the bank, when she realized her account was, you know, in the negative, she freaked out and called us to try to figure out what's going on. So we called the bank with her, and they said, there's nothing we can do. It's out of our hands. You have to go to the police department. So then we went to the police department, and the police department had to file a fake report. We had to print the Craigslist ad, the emails. But it basically boiled down to, sorry, these people are probably from Africa, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Isn't that great when you're going to a bank and you're putting your money in a bank?
You're trusting,
for security purposes. Right. Like, that's the whole entire point of a bank, I would assume, at least for the public.
Yep.
And then they don't even help them out. So, but everything ended up working out with Grandma?
Yeah, so the bank, we ended up having to go through, and after we filed the police for it, we came back, and the bank gave her most of the
Cool.
money back.
Good.
Well, thank God. Thank
Yeah.
God. Well, thank you. I appreciate you waking up with the Joe Show, being a part of the family.
So it's a housing market scam, and I know housing market is very tight right now. A lot of people are having a hard time finding a place to live. Rentals are super stringent, and I found this place on it was Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and sent him an application. He was like, "Yeah, absolutely, go see it. I like your application." So I go to see it. The place is strapped with cameras. There's like 3 cameras in there. Wi-Fi works, but pretty much nothing else does. And while I'm there, a strange couple also showed up, but not related to the person that I'd been talking to. They're like also viewing it, trying to talk it up like, "Oh, what a great place." And so I got kind of weirded out and I leave. And then the guy starts texting me back explaining why. Sorry I couldn't meet you. My kid's in the hospital in Texas. Sends me like pictures of somebody on a ventilator. I'm like, that's weird. He's like, but I liked your application. You have the best credit for this. Send me over the deposit, and I'll have one of my relatives that's there be able to meet you with a key, and we'll get the lease all signed after you send in the first month of security deposit. And I was like, that's super weird. No thanks.
Yeah.
But for a good amount of time, it was relatively believable, and the way he was talking about it made it sound like, absolutely, you'll be able to get this house, which at the time I desperately needed. And a lot of people do need, and finding a place to rent is tough.
Was this realtor named Nick Wise?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It actually it goes to Nick Wise Realty.
No.
Realty. Whatever.